touching during a pandemic automatically makes you feel a little uncomfortable to think about it. But the reality is making physical contact with people is such a natural and important part of being human that we need to know how to navigate this new world effectively. So there are ways to make contact, physical contact. Obviously it's tough, but there are ways to make physical contact with people during this crazy time that you don't contaminate each other and that you feel kind of comfortable, and you're checking in with them to make sure they feel comfortable. So in this video, we're gonna cover that. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Let's jump in. Touching, or lack thereof. Man, this is a huge one, and it's really unfortunate that it's not something that we can as easily access as we used to. Touching is this amazing bridge to create intimacy and connection and make people feel safe, and we can't do it anymore, not the way we used to at least. So there are ways that you can do it, but you just need to take more subtle and more mutually agreed on steps. So what I recommend you do is initially, just do kind of like a wave or a namaste, or, something that like feels distant but safe and connected. Then as you are like kind of connecting more, maybe you're in a conversation, they say something funny, and you go, high five, give me a lobo. And so the lobo, it's like a high five, no, give me a lobo. And so use the lobo, use the kid and play like foot five, where you just kind of like, tap your feet together. But these are safer, socially distant kind of things that you can do that you're not making contact with these vectors over here. So start with that. As you get more comfortable with the person, you can be like, do you want to do a breath hold hug? And that's where you take a deep breath, you hug each other, and then you let go, and then you breathe. So these are like little kind of playful things you can do. I don't know that they're, mandated by the government, but these are, as you get more connection with someone, you can start to bridge the gap of physical touch. After you've created a certain amount of intimacy, let's say this is like a dating situation and you're gonna go on a second date, or maybe even on a first date. And at that point, you can start to engage a little bit physically, so that you just suss each other out and see how you guys both feel about more physical touch. And it's not even the physical touch exactly, it's the barriers that we have created, which again, they're in place for a reason, but you can't have them with everyone. And from time to time, you're gonna meet someone new and you're gonna wanna build some intimacy and you wanna get to know them. This is a tough time to be single. And so for you to be able to find someone, if you are a single person, be able to find someone and connect with them is going to be invaluable in these crazy times. So I'm not going to get into it here, it's in my full training, but there's various steps that you can take to naturally and casually, but very effectively and very elegantly move towards kind of casual to romantic to sexual touch, if that's the direction you're taking it. If it's business, it's the same thing. You're just going to stick with the casual touch and a little bit of the deeper intimacy touch when it's appropriate. So, and deeper intimacy is just like touching someone on their back or their arm like this. It's not, it's not groping, certainly. So physical touch is different. It's not off the table, but there's new steps that you need to take to make sure that people feel comfortable with it. Especially on a date, like we talked about, how do you make that contact? So this is the new reality. I mean, for a while, and again, it may be our reality again at some point in our lives. So you got to know how to deal with this stuff when it comes up. So don't hold back, but also make sure that you're taking the steps effectively so that you make people feel comfortable as you engage with them socially. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe so that you get first access to these little bits of content as they come out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.